Welcome to WaksBrutalTruth. I'm your host, Wak, and I'm very glad that you joined me for this video. I never thought I'd be covering a video game in this way. However, I'm taking a look at Hogwarts Legacy, a game that definitely has a polarizing story behind it. Now, before I dive into the polarizing part of this video, I have to wonder whether all of the attacks that are coming against Hogwarts Legacy are actually harming the game, because if you look at the numbers, it really doesn't seem like it's having any effect. Forbes reported that 783,277 players logged on and were playing Hogwarts Legacy as of 1 p.m. on Saturday, marking the second highest player count recorded in that 24-hour period. The game trails only PUBG Battlegrounds, which ranks first of all time with a 24-hour peak of 1,320,219. Hogwarts Legacy's total marks the 8th highest peak on Steam of all time, and it's the third ranked single-player game, trailing Elden Ring at 953,426 and Cyberpunk 2077 at 1,295,114. On top of that, GameRant has reported that it's likely that this game has the most viewership of any game to ever hit Twitch, recording 1.3 million viewers on February 7th, which broke the record held by Cyberpunk 2077 of 1.14 million viewers in 2020. And with all that said, I have to wonder whether the controversy that's surrounding this game really isn't doing it a service in the long run, because it's keeping it in the news, it's keeping it at the top. And it's a very polarizing topic. So people that would find themselves on one side or the other are going to decide to not play the game or are going to decide to play the game, depending on where they align on this topic. And there are a lot of attacks coming towards gamers for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Even if they don't know about the polarizing topic behind it, they are getting attacked for just buying or just playing this game. But it's likely that once you know what's going on behind the Hogwarts Legacy controversy, that you're going to find yourself on one of two sides of this topic. Currently, there seems to be three sides to this. One, you're either totally against Hogwarts Legacy and you're not going to buy it because of the tweets from J.K. Rowling. Or you're going to support the game simply because you don't even know about the controversy that's going on. And then there's the third camp that is going to buy this game in opposition to the cancel culture standing up against it. What's extremely interesting to me is that this topic, this controversy, doesn't have anything to do with Hogwarts Legacy at all. It isn't like there's things in this game that would push people over the edge to say that it's transphobic or phobic in any other way. But the thing that has spurred this topic or this issue actually comes from tweets that are almost 3 years old. We're talking about tweets that are from June of 2020. Why are these even projected on a game that just released? And I'll tell you why, because it sells. This is simply drama. Whether it's manufactured drama or it's real drama, it sells a story or it sells a narrative or it sells a video game, and you get to decide which side of the drama you align with. You are literally buying into the next drama, and that's all there is to it. We've been conditioned to crave drama. It's almost like an addiction to hardcore drugs, and that is what social media does for us. It gives us that next hit of drama. And I'm not kidding, if you pay attention to social media, if you pay attention to what's going on in current times, and then you take the time to think about and look back at what's transpired, you'll see this constant revolution of jumping from drama to drama to drama. Let's look at just the war in Ukraine. When the war in Ukraine first started, everybody on Twitter was on board. They were sporting the Ukraine flag, they're standing in opposition of Russia, and this was widespread across Twitter. Now, if you take a peek at Twitter, good luck at finding a Ukraine flag on any one of those friends that stood up and stood against the war when it first started. You will know why? Because that's not today's drama. It's not that the war's ended. In fact, it's more furious than it ever has been, but we just need that next hit. We're looking for that next drama. And Hogwarts Legacy and the whole thing with J.K. Rowling's tweets just happens to be that next drama. Now, I'm literally not going to get into whether J.K. Rowling is right, wrong, or indifferent in what she says in her tweets. I'm literally not going to get into the whole gender side of this thing, transgender or regular gender, or where you want to align with this. I am not the judge, jury, or executioner on where anybody should lie in their belief system in these things. However, what I do want to touch on is the fact that people that have supported this game by buying it, by playing it on Twitch, or by uploading videos to YouTube have been villainized just for buying it. Whether they support what she said or not, they're villainized for buying this product. And it's so far removed, it's not even funny. Like I said, these tweets are from almost 3 years ago, and as I look through those tweets, there's actually quite a bit of support from people that I know are transgender. So it's interesting that this is being brought up now. And it's being brought up now because the cancel culture needs a narrative and someone to go after. You have to understand this right here and right now. In order for cancel culture to continue, it always has to have something to cancel. And these are always going to be highly polarizing topics that they're going after. And the reason being is because if it's not a highly polarizing topic, if it's not something where people align on one side or the other, it's simply not something that anybody is going to look at like it's a big deal. And when something's no longer a big deal, big movements die. And remember, this whole controversy is over one person's opinion. This is not like a gaming company came out and said that's their opinion. It's not like every employee at that company came out and said that's their opinion. It's one person's opinion that happened to create the Harry Potter universe. And now there's a game being released that somehow benefits her. And so this game and anybody that supports the game has to be villainized and victimized. Now, I believe that everybody should have a freedom of opinion and a freedom of speech. I don't have any issue with that. I don't have any issue with people having opposing opinions either. What I take issue with is when you have an opposing opinion and your opinion should then take over someone else's. When you have to cancel someone else's opinion because it doesn't line up with yours, that's where I take issue. When did we get to the point where we can't just disagree? When did we come to the realization or the idea that we could cancel somebody else's opinion just by stiff opposition to that person? And I'm not talking about going in and having a debate and changing someone's mind. I'm talking about just going in and straight up attacking people in some of the most illegal ways out there. I'm talking about doxing people, swatting people. This is something that happens on a regular basis from the cancel culture because they don't have the mental fortitude to just have a disagreement. Now, I'm not talking about you personally deciding whether to buy or not to buy this game. I'm not talking about you sending a tweet back to J.K. Rowling in response to her tweet. What I'm talking about are the people that are out there victimizing the players of this game, doxing them, swatting them. I'm talking about the people that victimize J.K. Rowling by doxing her. This is absolutely unacceptable behavior, and it should not be something that we're doing. And this cancel culture is currently attacking gamers, just like you, just like me, and unfortunately for them, they don't know gamers very well. We're the group of people that will spend thousands of hours just farming stone. We're the group of people that'll go through 600 deaths just to beat a game on the hardest difficulty. We don't back down from a challenge very easily, and we don't really care what anybody thinks of us. Gamers deal with and dole out some of the craziest experiences on the internet. We deal with a massive amount of trolls, or we are a massive amount of trolls. We are not people to be taken lightly, and we are a group of people that sticks together through thick and thin. But the biggest problem the cancel culture probably has is themselves. They really just sound like brats having a temper tantrum about something that they don't like. It's not just that they don't like it, they believe that everybody else shouldn't like it either. And that is what rubs me the wrong way about cancel culture, and I think it rubs most people the wrong way. You see, it's okay to stand up for your beliefs, it's okay to voice those beliefs, but when you give no room for anyone else to have a differing opinion, you've already created a disaster for yourself because you're going to be met with stiff opposition. And going after some gamer that decided to stream Hogwarts Legacy, whether that's swatting them or doxing them, isn't going to garner you any favor anywhere else. You're not attacking what needs to be attacked, and really what's there doesn't even need to be attacked either. They've shared their opinion, you're welcome to share yours, and the only way we grow to have closer or more similar opinions is if we can have open discussion about our opinions and weigh in on those variations between them. Otherwise, what you end up with is one group that always goes to the extreme, and what you'll find is that that trains the other group to always go to the extreme. This is actually how wars are started. If you're looking at one country going one extreme and another country going another extreme, you're going to end up at war or at odds at some point in time. So I look at cancel culture this way. It's actually a disease. And if you look at a disease, it will destroy the host. But when it destroys the host, it actually destroys itself as well, unless it has another host to go to. Most of the time, you'll find that this doesn't happen. The disease ends in that body or in that host, and that is mutually assured destruction. So the cancel culture right now, as I see it, is set up for its own destruction. There is nothing in this game that is transphobic. There's nothing in this game that is against any movement or a specific person. At the end of the day, it's your decision whether you want to buy this game or not. But if we look at the game and what's actually in it, the content that's actually in it, there's nothing in it that should make your hair stand up on the back of your neck and say that that is against any particular group. I did not hunt down or search out specific responses to J.K. Rowling's tweets. I've simply linked the Twitter feed, and then I've linked her essay as well, so that you can make and form your own opinion on them. And if you want to dig deeper, all the information is right there. And I want to know in the comment section below, has the situation or the controversy surrounding this game made you change your mind in any way about where to spend your dollars and whether to purchase Hogwarts Legacy?